Y'all ready to be history?
Get started.
Welcome
Hi.
Hello, everyone.
to the Pro Audio Suite.
These guys are professional. They're motivated.
Thanks to TriBooth, the best vocal booth for home or on-the-road voice recording. And Austrian Audio, making passion heard. Introducing Robert Marshall from Source Elements and Someone Audio Post, Chicago. Darren Robbo Robertson from Voodoo Radio Imaging, Sydney. Tech to the VO Stars, George the Tech Whittam from LA. And me, Andrew Peters, voiceover talent and home studio guy.
Line up, learner!
Here we go.
And welcome to another Pro Audio Suite. Thanks to TriBooth. Don't forget the code PAP200 to save $200 on your purchase. And Austrian Audio, making passion heard. Now, talking about hearing things, we had a discussion the other day about a booth. And one thing no one takes into consideration is the mass of the body that's in the booth. So how does the body affect the sound in your booth?
I guess it depends on the size of the booth and the size of the body.
The size of the body.
Well, clearly the body is going to change the sound of the booth for sure. Like,
I had to study this in college.
Did you?
Oh,
Yeah.
well,
so
Robert,
we would get in acoustics, we would have problems like, here's the volume of the theater. Here's, I forget what the coefficients of the walls of like how reflective they were.
Yeah.
And then you're like, and then it gets filled with 60 people and there's a coefficient for each person. And then you can literally give the RT60 time in both situations.
Well, I know that acousticians that design venues definitely take people into the consideration. That I know for sure. But how does that condense all the way down into a small ISO booth? That's the question. And I've actually talked to acousticians that so few of them actually understand the acoustics of a very small ISO booth.
Yeah.
They really don't know. There's not really good models for very small spaces. They generally say every time I talk to an acoustician about a small ISO booth, they basically say make it bigger.
Yeah.
That's basically what they say. They're like, well, I can't blow out the wall in this closet, so what are we going to do to make it sound better? But yeah, the human body, Robert.
Well, I was just saying that like each human body has sort of a coefficient of absorption, which don't ask me what it is now, and walls do as well. And so, you could take a room, given its size, you could calculate its RT60 time with nobody in it, and then say 60 people are packed in the room, and then you would have to calculate the RT60 time of the reverb with all the people in it. So yeah,
the absorption coefficient of the human body surface varies from 10% to 0.1% and decreases at higher frequencies. Mm-hmm. This is based on the sound absorption at the surface of the body of man from the ASA. The Society of Acoustical. Oh, the Journal of the Acoustical Society of America.
So if you're standing there and you've got standing waves hitting a wall in front of you and then coming back at you, does your body stop those standing waves?
A little bit, but it doesn't block it completely because it's not going completely across the room.
And also your body is not big enough to block them entirely at lower frequencies. So lower frequencies will sort of diffract or diffuse around the body and scatter. Other frequencies will get absorbed, and
especially
other frequencies will just reflect right off, right? Depends on the frequency.
So if you're going to be a voice actor working from home, you're better off being clinically obese than skinny.
Exactly.
Acoustically,
well, that would probably stand to reason. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
But I guess...
like acoustical, if you get a good speaker and you take it apart, you'll notice it's full of polyfill because they add an absorptive material inside to control the standing waves in there to damp it. Yeah. So that your human body is that fill in the box.
What if we've talked about the voiceover bodysuit. What if you had the voiceover acoustic treatment suit?
So basically what Andrew's talking about is not putting the acoustic treatment on the walls of your booth, but just before you get in your booth, you have to put on the suit.
Stick them on your body.
On your suit is all the acoustic treatment that your booth needs.
Yeah.
I reckon it'd be like a poncho made of moving blankets.
A slanket.
Slanket. Yeah.
The slanket. Oh man, it'll be a 40-pound slanket.
Yeah. You get pretty hot in there, but at least it's doing its job.
Oh my goodness, would that be uncomfortable?
Yeah, it'd be shocking.
You would just have to bet, like, okay, here's what I'm picturing. If you as a person want to increase your coefficient of absorption, we could make a nice shirt that has Oralex panels. Like, imagine your arms look like some transformer, and you've got big panels all over your back. And, you could be like sandwich boards with Oralex when you walk in the booth.
Yeah, that's right.
and little mini sandwich boards that maybe have elbow bends for your arms. And then you could maybe make some sort of Oralex graduation cap.
Be like the cross between the Michelin Man and Oralex.
The Oralex Man. This is the ad campaign that Oralex needs. They need the Oralex Man.
Clearly, they need to be listening to this show, obviously.
The Oralex Man.
I'm going to send a clip of that to them. They need to hear that.
I was going to say, is there room for another sponsor on our show?
Yeah, there it is, the Oralex Man.
We will do the Oralex Man for them, and Andrew will be the voice of the Oralex Man. And I'm also volunteering Andrew to dress up as the Oralex Man.
No, you got to do something, Robert. I think you should dress up as Oralex Man.
No,
I think Robert's definitely the Oralex Man.
I'll just take the picture.
Yeah.
Well, they also
God.
don't. There's going to be a different absorption coefficient whether you're dressed and clean, whether you're naked.
Oh yeah,
full body hair,
if
totally
you wear
hairless.
the wrong tracksuit, you might be kind of reflective.
Yeah, you don't want to be wearing like a dense fabric that's really
absolutely
reflective. That would be bad. According to this study that was produced by the Acoustical Society in 1949, they said the measurements on rats show that up to 1,000 cycles per second, which is hertz to you and me, the absorption coefficient decreases and then decreases, and then increases up to 6,000 cycles per second. So it's very much dependent on frequency and how much fur you have.
Yeah,
obviously.
I was going to say.
I've got the chart.
Like if you're sort of a Mediterranean chap,
Yes.
you take your shirt off, you'd be
Robin Williams.
That would work quite well.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Or you could be a Russian with a fur coat.
Yeah, you could be.
Yeah, there you go.
So here you go. Here, I'll go down the list really quick. Sound absorption coefficient. Acoustic belt, whatever that is, 0.5. Acoustic tiles, 0.4 to 0.8. Asbestos sprayed on, 0.6 to 0.7. Blah, blah, blah. Brick walls. Let's see. Concrete block paint, 0.05 to 0.07. So the lower the number, the more reflective, basically.
Right. What was the
Wooden
acoustic
floor.
belt? Is that going to go with the acoustic suit?
I don't know. We do need that. Yes.
Yeah.
What is that? I want to know what that is.
It's 12 meters. I think it's like that sound sheet, like the rubber that they would try to get you to put in between your drywall and a booth.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe.
12
I mean, that's mass-loaded vinyl.
It's 12 millimeters. I don't know if that's the hardwood floor is 0.3. Hardwood floor is 0.06 to 0.1. Hardwood is 0.3. That's interesting. They separate them. Glass 0.03 to 0.05.
Yes.
Blah blah blah.
Reflective.
And it gets
How about marble? Do they have marble or stone?
Gypsum. What do we got? Mineral wool, gypsum. I don't see
poured concrete. Is that on there?
concrete. Brick
did that
planet. Concrete block coarse 0.3 to 0.4. Concrete block painted 0.05 or 0.5
Huge
0.7.
I was going to say, does point and paint make a difference? Surely not.
It does.
The paint is like 10. It fills in all the pores. So now
that's why that's why also it's so important to pick the right fabric to go over your panels. You can negate a panel with the wrong fabric.
Absolutely.
So it gets here's a big one. Plaster walls 0.01 to 0.03. And so that's very bad. Reflective, extremely, but then we get to a person each, 0.2 to 0.5.
Oh, not that great.
Yep. Each.
Wow.
So I guess
0.2 to 0.5, and that's a pretty wide range, I guess, assuming on body size.
Yeah,
What's
if
the variable
if you're
that
American, you're probably more likely 0.5.
Yeah.
If you're English and you don't eat,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So that was the question. That was a bizarre one.
Yeah, bizarre.
Here's a really bizarre one. Snow. You ready for this? Holy
Snow.
cow.
I'm going to say 0.5 to 0.7.
Snow, 0.75.
Wow.
That is some absorptive stuff.
That's why I love being outside after it snows. It just absorbs so much sound.
Yeah.
It's so
I
soft and quiet.
I never made that correlation, but I think about times I've been skiing when it's really powdery and you're in the middle of the forest. It's just like it's got
so
that
calming.
So maybe make your voice booth out in igloo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that
But
would
it
be
has to be made out
ice.
of
Hold
powder
on.
snow.
Is ice on here?
The igloo
Because
booth.
ice, I bet, is pretty damn reflective.
Yeah, ice would be bad. You need snow, fluffy snow.
Yeah.
You have to have a studio covered in powder snow. How do you maintain that temperature all year round?
Oh, yeah. Ooh,
It's going to be difficult.
I was going to say.
So there's room for the acoustic suit.
The bodysuit. I think there is. I think you're right.
It's the Orlex man.
The Orlex man. I better get some Orlex and the faff and start sewing.
If they donate the Orlex, I will have Andrew dress up.
Well, that was fun. Is it over?
The Pro Audio Suite with thanks to Tribooth and Austrian Audio. Recorded using Source Connect. Edited by Andrew Peters and mixed by Voodoo Radio Imaging with tech support from George the Tech Whittam. Don't forget to subscribe to the show and join in the conversation on our Facebook group. To leave a comment, suggest a topic, or just say g'day, drop us a note at our website, theproaudiosuite.com.